Okay, so today we're going to be talking about rounding numbers with decimals. So remember the rule of rounding. 5 or more, add 1 more. 4, that's a 4. 4 or less, let it rest. Okay, these are the rules for rounding. Okay, they don't change. And when it says 5 or more, it's 5 or more of the number to the right of whatever place value we are rounding to. So if I were to ask you to round to the nearest whole number, the following number, 11.49, the whole number would be here. Since that is a 1, okay, we go to the right one place. That 4 says that that 1 stays the same because it's 4 or less. Now, this is one of those touchy kind of situations. Because that's a 9, that does kind of make the 4 round up to a 5, which would make this become 1 bigger. But if you were looking at this as money, $11.49 is less than half of $1.49. Therefore, this would round to just 11. Okay, and it's going to be 11, or you could put 11.00. It doesn't matter. The extra zeros, zeros to the right of a decimal are kind of useless. So then if we had 0.90, this would be like 90 cents. 90 cents, is it closer to $1 or closer to 0? So this would round up to 1 or 1.0 or 1.00. Again, however you want to look at it. 90 cents to $1, this is more familiar. If we had 8.4 and rounded to the nearest whole number, the 4 is 4 or less. We're going to let the 8 rest. This would be 8 or 8.0. If we had 9.55 and we're asked to round, now that 5 is 5 or more. We'll add 1 more to the number to the left. That would make this 10 or 10.0 or 10.00, however many zeros you want to put. So this would be rounding to the nearest whole number. Now if we wanted to round to the nearest tenth, and I gave you these numbers. Now a tenth is one place. So we're talking about this number, this number, this number, and this number. So it helps to have the number, the digit that you're rounding to, highlighted so you know which one you're looking at. So here, we have a 6 point. Now we're going to ask, does that 3 stay a 3 or become a 4? Well, that 8 is bigger than 5, so we add 1 more, and this will be 6.4 or 6.40. Here, we still have the 9, and that 8 is 5 or more, so we will add 1 more, so this would become 9.1 or 9.10. On this one, that 8 makes that 1 right here a 9, but that 0 is less than 4, so this would actually just be 0 or 0.0 or 0.00, however many zeros you like. On this one, we have our 30, put our decimal. We're going to round to the nearest tenth, so that 7, we look to the right to the 6. 6 is 5 or more, so that 7 will become an 8. Or we could put 30.80. So this would be to the nearest tenth. Same thing would happen if I asked you to go to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so if you had numbers like these, and we're going to the nearest hundredth, 10th, 100th, 10th, 100th, 10th, 100th, 10th, 100th. So again, mark the number you're going to round to. So we have 5.7 here. It's the the second number past the decimal we're looking at. So that 7 is 5 or more, so this 7 will become an 8, or you could put 5.780. Here, you have your 22.0, and that 9 is 5 or more, so we'll add one more. You could also make this 22.010. Again, the zeros on the end really are quite useless. Here we have our 0.6. We're at 3. The 9 is greater than 5, so we're going to add one more. So this would be 0.64 or 0.64 with extra zeros. And finally here we have our 12.0. 2 is less than 4, so we're going to keep it the same. So this will be 12 or 12.000. Hope this helps. Thanks.